Hey there, Chuck here. This tutorial will cover combining the Digispark Real Time Clock shield and the Arduino Uno Revision 3. This is one of the lesser expensive shields for real-time clock, about $5. If you bought the parts and put it together yourself using a schematic like this, it would still cost you a little more than $5, and you'd have to spend hours trying to, solder it all together, where it's much easier just to buy the shield. From the Digispark's wiki page, which is digistump.com, you can find everything you need to know about the particular shield. And what we want is the pins. So here's a pin 0 through pin 5, and then your power pins are over here. I wouldn't put the header on this particular shield, as if you tried to put it in a breadboard, these would ground out. Alright, or short out. So here it says pin 0 is your data port and pin 2 is your serial clock port. So here's pin 0, pin 2. So if you go to the Adafruit page, where they have a great tutorial also, go to wiring it up, you can see that they have, I guess if I went back, it's even better. So here's their ground 5 volts data port, clock port, and I'm not sure what this is, but we didn't use it. And look at wiring it up. Right here it shows that pin 4, your analog pin 4 on your Arduino Uno is your data port. Pin 5 on your Arduino is your serial clock. And then of course power. So you can see in my picture here, we've got power, ground, pin 0, pin 2, and put pin 0 to pin 4, because pin 0 is your data port. Did I say that correctly? Pin 0 is data. So, and then on the Adafruit page, probably going overkill here. So pin 4, which is pin 0 to the data port. So pin 0, pin 4 data port, pin 2 to analog pin 5, which is your clock port. That's how you'd wire it up. Getting the library for it is just as simple. On the Adafruit page, go here to Arduino Library, and on there's a link to the GitHub Real Time Clock Library. Download the zip file, open the zip file, and inside there'll be a folder, and you'll go to your Arduino folder in your documents and in libraries, and just paste that whole folder in here. And then when you open up your Arduino IDE, make sure the folder's in there before you actually open any of your IDEs, otherwise it won't register. You go to File, Examples, Real-Time Clock Library Master, or whatever you named it, and then DS1307, which is the name of the chip on the real-time clock, and open that up. This is the library that is included for the real-time clock. If you download the Digispark's library, theirs is actually called Tiny Wire and Tiny Real-Time Clock. These won't necessarily, I think they will work with the Arduino Uno, but it's a lot easier. You'll see here that you have to comment some stuff out if you're using it with a standard Arduino. But this particular library works great. So I've got the library, it's hooked up to my Arduino Uno just like this, and we'll just upload the file, or upload the package. And once the package is uploaded, you'll see in the code here, serial, and your baud rate is 57600. So make sure that when you open your serial monitor, Tools Serial Monitor, that let me bring this up like that. You'll see it's clicking away here. Here's the date and the time, and then a calculation from January 1st, 1970, which isn't necessary, but make sure your baud rate is set to 57600, otherwise it might look something like this. It'll be all just gobbledygook, if that's still a word. There you go. That's how you wire up the Digispark real-time clock shield to the Arduino Uno Revision 3. Have a good day.